in sports. We're down to the second last week of playing on the gridiron. Games are on top as well.
Welcome to NTV Sports Central Podcast number 12, second of the week. 11 was Matt Rhule and DBK press conference. Well, we got more DBK today. Volleyball in the second half of the video. First, Archie Wilson, the man, the myth, the legend, the freshman punter, taking over the world, going viral with his breakdown on the podium, talking about how much he misses his family 10,000 miles away. I'm going to play the clip for you. I was in the room. We're going to talk about what it was like to be there, seeing there, his special team coach talking about him, Mike Eckler, Matt Rhule talking about him. All the stories around Archie. We're going to give you some inside information you may not have found anywhere else. That's what we do here at NTV Sports Central with your host, Randy Silver. Second half of the video. Husker Alumni Match, Saturday, John Cook Arena at the Devaney Sports Center. 6 p.m. It will be on Nebraska television. If you're not there live, I will be having videos across all socials. Make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss it. We're going to preview what Harper said about the match, what DBK said about the match. Kelly Natter, former Big Ten setter of the year, former national champion as a setter, assistant coach, right now coaching the Liberos, which she talked about. A lot to get to. So please like and subscribe. You don't miss anything. And folks, unless you live under a rock and you are a Nebraska fan, there's no way you missed this. Let's replay the moment that took over the media the past couple days.
I turn 19 tomorrow. So I'm 18 right now.
So what's it like?
He's now 19 and 1 day old. Post on my Twitter, happy birthday, Archie. Belated birthday.
Being what, first time you're away from them?
Yeah, that part's hard. I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, I love them a lot. Yeah, I got two little brothers and my mum and dad, and yeah, that's the tough part about being here. I love them a lot and I miss them, but it's I mean, they know this is what's best for me, and it's good. I can still talk to them plenty over the phone, and they're coming here to see the first few games, so I'm looking forward to that.
Just powerful stuff. Now, let me give you some insight. I saw Discord online. Why did nobody go up and hug him? Anything of that nature. That was the last question of the press conference. He walked off. The SID was right there. The communications people were there. He got hugs. He got high fives. He got support. He also had to go do more media after that. I'm sure it came up as well. He's feeling the love, not just from his teammates, from all Nebraska. All the comments on our Facebook pages for NTV News, across all the different socials. I saw it on Bleacher Report, the Today Show, the Australian Today Show, Barstool Sports, etc., etc. It was everywhere. And the people said, hey, you have a home in Nebraska. All the Nebraska moms came out, but also just in general, it's great to see. In school, we're learning about how do you humanize the athletes that you're covering. And this is an amazing piece right here. Archie, 18 years old, now 19. Played Australian rules football most of his career. His dad said, I saw an interview, only been punting for like a year or two. And he had a hurt ankle, and he's a righty. Hurt his ankle, was out 4 weeks, could not use his right foot, sprained it. So he started kicking with his left foot. So he can punt left and right, something Matt Rhule is going to talk about in a moment. What we've heard about all summer is his character. He knows every teammate's name. All his teammates love him. Again, this is a freshman, new to the team, a punter, sometimes an afterthought. He is the talk of the town. Matt Rhule says he's literally his favorite player to watch in practice. He loves going in and watching what punt is all about. It's impressive to see what he's built up in such a short time there. His parents, of course, they're now like 9 days away from seeing him. They'll be at Arrowhead. Who do you think will get the loudest cheer when he goes on the field? Dylan Raiola or Archie? I'm thinking it may be Archie now moving forward. And his coach understands why after watching him, talking to him, and being around him.
It looked like the punt. I've never enjoyed punt periods in my life, but it's my favorite period of practice right now. I just could watch Archie punt all day. I've never seen anything like it. So it's like watching a YouTube short. I mean, the guy's amazing.
The guy is amazing. It's like watching a YouTube short. I love the analogy right there from Coach. Now, why is it like that? Again, he can kick with both legs, folks. Left and right. I'm pulling up the video for you. Unfortunately, we don't have a crazy amount of videos of him actually doing it, but let me show you a video 1 second while we get this going. So this was him at practice the other day. I'm filming this. And he's just going around practicing what a punting may be like. Left, right, left, right. Matt Rhule's talked about he can make all the different types of punts. He can get it high up in the air with both feet. He can swirl it with both feet. He can do a banana ball, Rhule has called it. He can run pretty quick. He can throw. So he's a weapon. He will win Nebraska games by 2 ways. Either A, pinning the ball back, say fourth quarter, Nebraska's up a touchdown. A bad punt leads to good field position for the offense, the other team. They come down, score, tie the game, go for 2, win it. Or maybe Nebraska's up 2, they get the game-winning field goal, whatever it may be. Vice versa, or even earlier in the games, he's doing 40, 50-yard punts consistently, pinning the team back. Maybe bombs a 60. Yes, he may have a bad punt here and there, but he will help them advance and win games because of that. And also then, if he can run, if he can pass, well, you know what? That means they could do some trick plays in special teams, earn another possession versus having to punt the ball away. And that is what his special teams coach sees as well.
Man, that guy's special. I mean, he truly is. I mean, 18 years old, leaves home for the first time, goes to a different country, leaves his family, which he's unbelievably close to. And what Coach said about him is everything is accurate. I mean, that guy knows every one of his teammates. And his teammates love him because the energy he brings in the building, not just because he's able to do what he can do with the football, but the guy's special. And I said it the last place I was at, and I'll say it about Arch. The guy's gonna be a damn weapon. And you got to understand this: in punting, special teams in general, every punt he hits isn't gonna be a 55, 60-yarder. He'll miss hit one. That's gonna happen. And when it does, I'll take it. All right, but I'm telling you, when you look up at the end of the year with his body of work, you're going to go, holy cow, this guy is the real deal.
This guy is the real deal. Mike Eckler, first year as a special teams coach here. He talked about he had Archie coming to his old school. He'd been scouting him, saw him on a FaceTime and knew he was him, H-I-M. And what did he do? He decided, hey, when I'm going to Nebraska, I'm bringing him. Matt Rhule saw the talent as well, and he's in there. And the kid is just doing a fantastic job. Obviously, you see the values he has as a family man, as a person, as a teammate, as a leader of special teams. His coaches love him. His peers love him. The media loves him. The fans love him. And his parents went on today in Australia, or a morning show in Australia, and said they're so excited to be here. Archie, as you heard, will be first couple games. His family will be here, Arrowhead, and some games at Memorial Stadium. Again, I can't wait to watch that. I'm sure Nebraska football will get that on television or on a camera for YouTube and social media of them meeting and coming back together. Some tears will be dropped right there. It's just unbelievable story for Lincoln, Nebraska, not a city a lot of people think about, became a global city for a day. Archie put Lincoln on the map. Archie put Nebraska on the map. Yes, Nebraska. Yes, Corn Huskers, big red on the map, but from a persona profile, not from a sports profile, emotions. And he pulled out the best of that, especially in football when they're always in helmets. You don't usually get to see the human side. He brought the human side out, which was amazing, and it's just so good to see. Now, if we want to get a little bit more to the X's and O's of football, let me pull this up for you. We know the importance of single-digit numbers under Matt Rhule. And folks, we have one jersey left. Vincent Shavers Jr. was number 1 last year. Now he's number 9, still single digits, but number 1 is open. You know who was number 1 in high school? Dylan Raiola. Who's in his sophomore year? Dylan Raiola, who's been a focal captain as a leader on and off the field for the offense. QB number 1, Dylan Raiola. I would bet my savings, kind of. Please don't. I would bet my savings that Dylan gets number 1. Javen Wright is 0. Ja'Cory Bonnie number 2. Marcus Buford number 3. Janarin Bonner number 4. Excuse me if I said that wrong. Riley Van Poppel number 5. And that's interesting. He was a redshirt last year, played a lot freshman year, redshirt freshman, or technically be a redshirt sophomore. And then now is back, got a single-digit number, shows the work and leadership he has. Dane Key, coming over from Kentucky, talks about, and I'm going to play in a second, the work he put in, and it's an amazing honor for him to get number 6. Malcolm Hartzog, number 7. Deshaun Singleton, number 8. And then Vincent Schaefer's number 9. A lot of offensive weapons, defensive weapons there. So for Dane Key, coming over from Kentucky, he also had number 6 there as well. What does it mean for him to be able to earn a single digit?
It was something really special that just knowing that all my teammates just welcomed me in, and it's a true brotherhood here, and they saw what I came in and did and just went straight to work, and I feel like everybody on the team just respected that, and to know that my teammates have my back and they respect me so much, it's just, there's no greater feeling.
Put the work in, baby. And he said that his QB1 is also his roommate, Dylan Rhule. And speaking of the offense, we've heard Emmett Johnson, who is number 1 on the running back depth chart, talk about for this offense, you got to be able to catch the ball out of the backfield. And we got a chance to film practice on Monday. And you can see right here exactly what they're doing. QBs in the non-red jerseys. And now here they are practicing catching balls in the backfield. You can see they're doing arrow routes right here, cross routes, drag routes, things of that nature. Later on in the videos, you're going to see them practicing some jet sweeps or coming off the end of a tight end doing a pull. So getting an open field, getting the ball to your playmakers, something they've talked about on this offense. Coach Holgren, getting the ball out of the QB's hands quicker. Just take the 5 yards. Take the 5 yards. Chip away, chip away, chip away. Those lead to playmakers making big plays. Those leads to first down conversions, easy conversions, and being able to then break the big play later. Keeping your defense off the field so they're fresh. Big time here. Big time working on this stuff. Now, of course, when it comes to Cincinnati game day, we'll see how it plays out. 2 weeks away from that. So in the following video, or the video after that, we'll have a full breakdown of Cincy versus Nebraska. Subscribe so you don't miss that one. And that takes us to volleyball. Nebraska Volleyball Alumni Match preview. I am so excited for this, folks. First time in this program. It's happened, and we know the history Nebraska Volleyball has. The Olympians on this team who are coming back to play. The All-Americans coming back to play. The current members we have on this team who are All-Americans. Bergen, Harper, Andy. Rebecca is a Big Ten player of the year, preseason player. Oh my God, let me reset that. Rebecca was named to the Big Ten preseason team. Same with the 3 players I just named before this. So a lot of talent. We just watched them We just watched them in the red-white scrimmage, and what we talk about there, that was a glorified practice. People switched jerseys again and again and again. It wasn't about the rotations, it was about getting reps. Now we're going to see a tighter rotation and understand who probably is leading the pack for what position moving into the ABCA kickoff at PBA Lincoln the week after the alumni match. So how did this come about per DBK?
And more programs are doing it. We were talking about doing one at Louisville. Then I got here. I'm like, we should definitely be able to do one here with how many players are playing. And we just decided if we could get 7 or 8 alumni that would be willing to play, that we would roll with it. So we got the first 7, and luckily we're able to add a few more. So the alumni aren't having to play the whole game. But we also want to make a really fun event, and Nebraska's got such great tradition to celebrate some of that during this time.
I'm going to do some self-promotion for a second. If you want to see all these volleyball highlights, by the way, from the alumni match, the red-white scrimmage, it's all on my YouTube channel, Randy Silver TV. And you go in Nebraska Volleyball, you'll see it. I have a full playlist. You click in. You can see I have everything from the press conferences I'm at, highlight videos if you want to break down red-white scrimmage by position, setter, outside hitters, opposite hitters, etc., all together. I have all this stuff in depth, my reporting from being there live. Everything is there for you. So Alumni Match, my goal is to do the same thing for you, try to break it out. Happens night of, day after, of course, with all the reporting, social media posts. Look at everything on Randy Silver TV on socials, NTV News on socials as well. But a lot of the intermediate stuff and the more intimate stuff is on Randy Silver TV. Now, talking about that red-white scrimmage, after serving, too many service errors, passing, need to do better at it. Two big things DBK talked about at the press conference. She said that they're doing better this week at practice. They're much more clean, smooth, more efficient. Chalks it up to nerves, just playing their first match, new season, etc., things like that. So we'll see at the Alumni Match how it's going. Now, speaking of the Alumni Match, we got Kelly Natter, assistant coach, former national championship player, All-American, Big Ten setter with them, and Harper Murray, current outside hitter, All-American. What are their thoughts, excitement on the match?
I'm really excited. Like a lot of the girls, like Allie and Lindsay, like I got to play with, so it's going to be fun playing against them. It's going to be really fun and competitive.
Definitely really excited. We haven't really done anything like this specific format where it's alumni versus the Huskers, and it's really exciting, and I know it's a good chance for me to see a lot of my former teammates, former alums that you might stay connected with, but you don't get to see them all that often, so it's fun to get to see them.
Okay, about the alumni. Headlined by Jordan Larson, folks. 3-time All-American at Nebraska 2005 to 2008. Some of you watching may have been a bit young at that point. Champion Natty title 2006. 4-time Olympic gold medalist, helping Team USA win the gold medal in 2021. Her 4 Olympic medals, tied for the most by any women's volleyball player all time. Big time. Other Huskies playing. All-American national champion setter Kelly Natter. She was Kelly Hunter. Got married to the former Nebraska football player, last name Natter. That was this year. Now Kelly Natter. Again, she's assistant coach on the team under DBK. And she talks about what it's like to be under her. We're going to play that in a second. 3-time All-American and national champion middle blocker Lauren Stiverins. National champion All-American libero Kenzie Maloney. Hopes. National champion All-American outside hitter Annika Mulder. So you can see, giving their maiden names in the parentheses. 2-time All-American outside hitter Gina Maniscu Prosoki. Again, I'm learning some of these names as well. Excuse me if I say them wrong. As well as former Huskers Lindsay Krause, Allie Badenhorst, Callie Schwarzenbach, and Layla Blackwell. A lot of names that Nebraska fans will recognize. Scott Catholic head coach Renee Saunders will serve. Scott Catholic head coach Renee Saunders will serve, as we move up, as coach for the alumni team. A member of the 1995 Nebraska national chip team, Sanders is the only Nebraskan to claim both the state's volleyball high school athlete and coach of the year awards. Impressive. Saunders has coached Skyhawks to a state record 9 straight championships in 2015 and 2023. So they're really trying to make this, folks, like a proper tune-up game for the ABCA when they play Pittsburgh and Stanford the following weekend. It's new faces, new blood. It's not the inter-squad, the same players you play in practice day over day. By having a different coach, it means that, hey, they bring their own strategy, ideas. Yes, it will be fun. Yes, it will be like some small trash talking between players who know each other. But at the end of the day, they're gearing up for the ABCA, and we're going to see a probably tighter roster, understand the rotations, and who's winning what position battle. And the players are going to take this very seriously. So I'm very excited for how this will turn out. And this is big, again, because this will be take out the spring, here in the fall, the first real-ass match. We'll see DBK coaching, understanding how she's going to have this team running. John Cook, legend. Arena's just named after him. He's now the GM of the Omaha Supernovas. What's it like for Kelly, who was a player under John Cook, has coached under John Cook, now to be a coach under DBK. What's similar? What's different? What has she brought into this team? A question I asked during the press conference, and I like her answer here.
It's definitely a big change because I feel like the two skills like are very opposite. Like, let's say you went from middles to outsides, like obviously you add passing and things, but it's been an adjustment. But Dani has been great, and anytime there's setters broken out, her and I are both over there. It's not like I can't talk to them anymore, and there's a really good feeling in the gym of everyone can coach everyone. And then once we get to games, maybe it's a little bit more, here's your position, offense, defense. But it's been an adjustment, and it's different for me watching different things. Like, obviously I was a setter, and I love the art of offense and decision making, and you really don't have that as much for your liberos. It's a lot more just defense and reading. So I like the creative parts of it, and we try and talk a lot about that rather than just, are we passing with this exact technique, and are you in the exact right spot? We talk about like reading and things like that, and that makes it really enjoyable, I think, for all of us.
So I said that a bit wrong. This is Kelly talking about moving from being the setter coach, again, national champion setter, Big Ten setter of the year, to moving, All-American setter, and moving to coaching liberos. But also you're seeing that the collaboration aspect that DBK brings to coaching as well by saying, hey, we all can come in and help each other out. Now, this is where she talks about the difference between John Cook and DBK. But also before we dive into that, it's great to hear, though, that the liberos are getting attention. You got 4 liberos there. 3 of them, 2 are upperclassmen, 1 junior, 1 freshman. Freshman probably not playing. So you really got 3 people going after it. You got Lainey, Macy, and Olivia as your setters. So it'll be interesting to see who ends up winning that battle. I think in the alumni match, we'll have a good taste of what it's actually looking like. But again, so what's the difference between John Cook and DBK as coach? Let's hear Kelly, who's been coaching under both of them.
It was a big change, and when people ask me that question, I'm like, it's so much the same but so much different at the same time. I think the values and what the type of teams they wanted to have are really similar, and they just kind of go about it 2 different ways. So for me, it's really cool to see a different perspective because I've only ever worked at Nebraska for John Cook. So seeing someone who's equally as successful do it a little bit differently is a really cool perspective for me. And I just feel like I get the great opportunity of learning more about these different styles and more about myself without having to move myself and my family across the country. And I feel really, really grateful for that.
That is very cool perspective. I love what she said. I'm getting understanding as an assistant coach, new coaching styles, new philosophies, not having to move myself across the country. How many times do you hear sports coaches having to move? They have to go from like being we'll talk football, for example, a DB coach to a linebacker coach, defensive coordinator. You got to jump through schools, or you got to follow the coach and get different philosophies. Potentially, if you don't follow them, go in different schools. Here, she's getting that while living in Nebraska, where she basically is born and raised. She is born and raised, grew up through college here, assistant coach here, grad student here, et cetera, et cetera. And who knows? Maybe one day she's a coach in training, maybe future head coach in Nebraska, the legend prodigy, just like DBK coming back. Boom, another setter coming back. I know DBK moved to libero. But you understand where we're getting at with what's happening here. Great lineage. It'll be interesting to see how the liberos move forward. And also that, hey, DBK got taught under the John Cook tree as a player and coach. So of course, the morals, the values would be the same. Obviously, some things can change, but the fact that it's being implemented differently is very unique and interesting to be able to learn about and read about. So that takes you to the alumni match. Again, it'll be 6 p.m. on Saturday night, and I will have a full recap for you. Try to do it Sunday, if not Monday, of all the highlights going up on YouTube, at Randy Silver TV, on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, NTV News on Instagram, Twitter, and then YouTube, of course, where you're watching this stuff. We'll have everything for you. So please like and subscribe so you don't miss anything. We talk about all Husker sports here. We don't want you to miss it on NTV Sports Central Pod. Thank you for watching. Let me know any comments, questions. I'm in all these press conferences. Is there a player or coach you want me to ask a question to? Please let me know what you want to need. This is for you, by me, for you. We'll see you in the next episode. Randy Silver, NTV Sports Central Pod out.
In sports, we're down to the second last week of playing on the gridiron. Games are Rhule